Yo, what's good, fam? Welcome to PNP. Today's episode is brought to you by CBDX.com. And CBDX.com is not your average CBD company. We've all tried CBD, and none of it is like the real deal. CBDX is the real deal. And CBDX.com ships right to your front door. Right now, my listeners get 20% off their orders at CBDX.com with the promo code PNP. CBDX makes delicious gummies, amazing flour, tremendous cartridges. All products look, smell, taste, and feel the same, and they actually work. CBDX.com is the future. Go to CBDX.com, enter the promo code PNP for 20% off all orders, plus a free gift from the CBDX team. Don't use CBDX products before driving, operating heavy machinery, or getting tested. CBDX.com, enter the promo code PNP for 20% off all orders. CBDX loves football, and that's why they're here. Show CBDX some love and support the show. 20% off plus a free gift when our listeners use the promo code PNP at CBDX.com. Now let's get to the show. Yo, what's good, fam? Rashad, Dave, PNP, what's good? What's good, y'all? Yo, we got special guests to preview this Dallas game, bro. Big game for both teams. JTuck, what's good, brother? Been a long time coming.
Yeah, what's going on, fellas, man? First and foremost, I want to say I'm a huge fan of y'all work, man. I was watching the channel before I started my channel, man, so salute to you guys. But for everyone seeing me the first time, JTuck, follow me on Twitter at JTuck151. And also on my YouTube channel, Cowboys Fans Only. Even if you're not a Cowboys fan, come on by, man. We like to talk NFL football with fans across the globe, man. So I appreciate you guys having me on.
That is a fact, man. JTuck, cool dude. If you recall, going back to our YouTuber mock draft, he was featured in that. So yeah, man, cool cat, man. And we've been trying to link up for a long time, and it finally gets to happen to preview this game. Now, let's go ahead and jump into it, man. Because you guys are coming off a huge victory over your
arch rival.
Just another team in our division. That's what it is.
Jesus Christ Almighty.
But if you ask them, they might say a little different, man. But yeah, just another team.
Yeah. It's funny because you guys smacked them, and funny enough, you go back on JTuck's Twitter, he actually called the 40. He called the 40 ball on him. He said that they was gonna drop 40 on Philly, and they went out there. They did it. Talk to me a little bit about that game, because I think both sides were dealing with some injury issues. Talk to me a little bit about that game, bro.
Yeah, just like you said, man, we've been dealing with issues since week one, whether it's, DeMarcus Lawrence going down, Lyle Collins getting suspended for whatever reason, but also this COVID thing, man. This COVID thing has been punching us in the mouth every week. So, it's nice to see the coaching staff actually put together game plans where you're seeing a lot of young players be able to take advantage of the opportunity. So whether that's, Osa Digizua, our defensive tackle, coming in for Neville Gallimore playing big, being able to shift Micah Parsons down to defensive end position. Like, who would have thought of that? So, as a Cowboys fan, it's really rewarding to see our coaching staff starting to really emerge and find different ways to make this team win. But of course, the main reason we're winning, y'all, is Dak Prescott. Having Dak Prescott healthy, it changes a lot from what we went through last season. We saw week one versus Tampa, where we're airing out 50-plus times. A lot of people are questioning, are we going to use Ezekiel Elliott or Tony Pollard, just abandon the run game, versus what we saw versus the Chargers and also versus the Eagles on Monday night. So you're seeing more of a balanced approach. And I feel like with our weapons that we have offensively, it's more just dictating whatever the defense wants to give us. So if you want to play, too high safeties, we'll run the ball down your throat. But if you want to stack the box, okay, then we'll use our wide receiver core. So it's great to see that balance. I know that the Eagles, they want to be our rivals, man. But the way that we came out and played, and I said this, typically the Dallas Cowboys, we don't take care of business when we should take care of business. And Monday night was a testament to that. It's like, hey, we are the better team. We have the superior talent. Just handle business and move on to the next week, which we did, man. So we're excited about this team and where we're going to be headed towards in the future.
Nice. Now, we do have another special guest. We got Mr. Rome. Mr. Rome in the building. Bro, what's good for Cowboys Fan Talk? What's good, brother? You driving now. Be careful. Be careful in these streets, man.
I got a decent setup in the car. I'm good. How y'all doing?
Okay.
What's
good, brother? What's good? So a little 2-on-2 here. Now, Ron, we was just talking about the Eagles' victory, against one of your rivals, right? That's what they say. Your rival, the Philadelphia Eagles. Talk to me a little about that game. Kind of. I know you was calling you was calling the big easy dub too. I watched your show, boy. You went for the game, and you was calling the easy dub too. How you feel about it afterward?
That's me. I'm the I would say, can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yep.
Oh, did I lose y'all?
No. We can hear you.
We can hear you.
Hold on.
We can hear you. We just can't.
Oh, man.
All right. Your camera wasn't moving, but we could absolutely hear you.
We can hear you.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yep. You good? Go ahead.
Yep.
We can't see you, but you good.
All right, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't jump in and made it all choppy.
No, you good.
I would say I'm the more. I do jump out the window a little bit more. I'm the one that I'll call a blowout before most. That's just what I do. I am definitely a homer if that's what you want to put on me, but that's fine. But as far as the Eagles, reason why I was calling more so, I feel like it would be more of a blowout to assess what they had to bring to the table. I didn't feel like they could hold our offense down. I just didn't feel like they could hold our offense down over the course of the game. They had a good defensive line, but losing Graham last week, I really, really didn't think that they were going to be able to supplement that. I know they're carrying stuff like that, but I didn't think. Washington let him go for a reason. So I thought we'd be able to attack them. Their linebacking core is weak. So if they're weakened on the front line and their linebacker core is weak, I feel like we run the ball. I was worried that Dallas would get ahead of themselves and just say we're going to force the pass, but we didn't. I'm real proud of Kellen Moore and seeing him call a balanced offense the last 2 weeks. So that's what's been confidence, seeing that my team has learned from past mistakes, doing the same thing over and over again. So I'm happy.
Cool. Y'all had a good. I watched the game. I had the under, so I lost a little bit of money on that. y'all boys lit it up. I picked the Cowboys to cover, but I also parlayed that into an under, and it didn't work out for me. But it's all good. It's a little bit of money. But anyway, let's talk about the Panthers a little bit because everybody is kind of sleeping on the boys. You look at the schedule. Everybody says Panthers ain't played nobody. We rolled up the Jets. We beat the Saints and we beat the Texans. Now you look at it on paper and you're like, yo, they ain't beat nobody. But I challenge you to look at how these teams got beat. We dismantled these teams defensively, and this Panthers team must be respected from a defensive standpoint. Like our defense is not playing games. Now I know we lost. J.C. Horn he broke some broke some bones in his leg. Some foot, in his foot. And so I think that, I think that's a huge loss because that makes us potentially have to switch our scheme up. Maybe we might have to go play a little bit more zone. I'm not sure what we're going to do. We went out and grabbed CJ Henderson. Not sure if he's going to play, how much he's going to play. So there are some question marks going into this game, what we're going to do defensively against the Cowboys. You guys are, you went out there and you did your thing. When I watched the game against Philly, there was a lot of mistakes being made by the Philadelphia defense. Dudes was running wide open. A lot of, just miscommunication. I guess that's what they were saying on the defensive side for Philadelphia. I don't think you'll have those same issues against the Panthers. I think we're pretty
disciplined.
Disciplined. That's exactly what I was looking for. We're pretty disciplined. We're going to get after it, and we're going to challenge that offensive line. So let me get your impressions on you've seen the Carolina Panthers. You've kind of seen what we've been able to do. I'm sure you've done a little bit of research. Let me get y'all thoughts on what the Panthers have done so far this season.
Yeah, I don't want to say that you guys ain't beating nobody because that week 2 victory versus the Saints was very impressive. 'Cause I don't think a lot of people had you guys winning that game, especially how the Saints looked in week 1. So, even going to the offseason, when I was watching guys' channel, like the Panthers wasn't no slouch. Y'all were just a young team and y'all were slowly starting to emerge and put things together. And I think adding Sam Darnold definitely helped you guys a little bit. But then when you got JC Horn as well, I was like, okay, they're going to be serious as far as their secondary is concerned because we was very high on JC Horn as well because I was watching your channel trying to get some insight, like is y'all going to sneak him or not? So you guys definitely had my guy Burns from Florida State. You got Chinnon out there as well, so you have a lot of youth as far as your defense is concerned. Now you mentioned it, injuries, it changes a lot because not only did you lose JC Horn, you lose Christian McCaffrey. Again, we were just talking about fantasy football. Well, you know what I'm saying? That's pretty much my out. But losing Christian McCaffrey hurts offensively for you guys. It's going to be interesting to see what your game plan is offensive-wise, because you guys were going to DJ Moore quite a lot. Will that be able to be the matchup you can favor with the way Trayvon Diggs is playing? So it's going to be an interesting matchup, but I think it's going to be a lot closer because you guys are coming off, extended rest versus we got a shortened week just playing on Monday night, back to practice today, and then it's getting ready for Sunday afternoon. So it's going to be an interesting matchup, man, but I think we're going to fare well versus the Panthers.
Rome, let me get your thoughts on the Panthers so far. What you've seen?
I think I'm a big culture guy. If you watch any of my stuff, that's one of the things. I mean, a lot of people are way better X's and O's than me, but I'm a real big culture guy because I feel like teams that have real established cultures, tend to be successful over a longer period of time. So I like Matt Rule. I like what he brings to the table. That's the exact thing that I'm thinking your ownership was thinking when they brought him in. We need a culture change, a culture shock, and he looks like he's been successful at that. So when you're dealing with culture teams, you're dealing with people that are going to play like every snap, play to the whistle, But the thing is, normally that's not us, Normally people think the Cowboys are going to come roll their helmet out there and we expect everybody to bow down. Mm-hmm. But I put a video out yesterday. If you watched it, they asked Trayvon Diggs about the difference between the defense this year and last year. And he said it's in Dan Quinn. Because that's the thing that everybody usually highlights with Dallas. They got a great offense. They brought fast there quick. And they go straight to the defense, And I heard Trayvon Diggs say that Dan Quinn has been on them about saying and he don't let them have mental lapses because he knows he's dealing with a really young defensive roster. So I like to hear that. So what I read into that is dealing with teams that want to play hard to the whistle on every play in the Panthers, and I feel like we can match that. Because I watched y'all versus the Texans, and I feel like for a second y'all might have had a lull because everybody in the league overlooking the Texans because of their actual what they dealing with Deshaun Watson. Yeah. So everybody that comes in to play the Texans is going to take them for granted for at least a quarter or two. Like, oh, they actually come to play. So they just let's get this. And I think once y'all settled in, y'all was like, all right, we better than y'all. Yeah. like, even with losing Horn, it's like we're just better than y'all. So I'm not going over that one. You guys played the Jets, right?
Yeah, we played Jets week 1.
Yeah. The Jets, they're dealing with a lot. So if you want to overlook that win, but that's weeks ago now.
Yeah.
Other than that, though, you haven't played bad competition. The Saints are a well-coached team. Even though they were dealing with some stuff, they're still coached by Sean Payton.
Facts.
So y'all wins are legitimate. So if the Cowboys, I learned a lot on my team. See, it's easy to get up for an Eagles game because we hate the Eagles. But this is the classic Cowboys feeling themselves. They're going to overlook the Panthers, and then we get blown up the field. We walk out there ourselves, especially with young players.
Yeah.
So going into a week with a team that you should respect, there should be no respect lost looking at y'all. I don't care if y'all don't get McCaffrey. Hubbard is good back. You know what I'm saying? And y'all got good receivers. You're not the team to overlook. So I can't wait to see what my team does because young teams that see success, they get too excited and get chin. I don't want that to happen.
Great point.
So if you're asking me if I respect y'all, no doubt. I respect y'all. I respect y'all more than I respected the Eagles because of the culture your coaches put in.
Right. Yeah.
The Eagles catching mad strays right now. Joe coming on next week. He gonna get out. I know he gonna watch it. So we not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing
exactly.
Well, I mean,
y'all
you might get a bunch
That's
of
why we
Eagles
should
fans to
respect
tune into y'all channel, man, because they already doing mock drafts now. And I'm all on
that.
time.
Oh man, look at the Eagles strays. The Eagles catching mad strays. That's funny. Dave, all right, we're gonna pitch to Dave. I want to get Dave your thoughts on the Dallas Cowboys, what they're doing right now. I know you had your eyes on them. What you think about the Dallas Cowboys so far?
Dallas, I expected them to have a high-powered offense. That was the expectation coming into the year. I think you guys did a really good job in the draft trying to pick up people like getting Parsons and Diggs. Diggs is coming along, and the defense has gotten better. I think you guys get more turnovers. I think Dan Quinn was a huge benefit to you guys. Dan Quinn's not a good head coach, but he's a damn good defensive coordinator. Mm-hmm. So I think that's good for you guys. I think this is going to be a much closer game than what people realize. I looked at the line this morning. Panthers are +5. The Cowboys are 5 point. That is so high. I put my money into my bookie.ag immediately. So I was like, let me go ahead.
That'll get back down.
Yeah. No, I don't think so, man.
I don't think it will.
Because the national pundits also don't think we beat anybody.
Yeah.
And that's the issue. So I'm like, well, if you guys ain't paying attention, I am. Let me go ahead and put this money right here. Yeah. So
right. See, I think that's very interesting. I mean, the national, we get no media respect, right? We're a small market team. They don't really give a shit about. I mean, at the end of the day, we went 15-0. We were the worst 15-0 team back in 2015 that ever existed. So we never get the respect that we deserve. I tell Panther Nation, I'm like, yo, turn that shit off. All that Stephen A, turn that shit off, bro. Like, tune in right here because this is where you're gonna find the real. That's all bullshit. They're doing clickbait, and they do things to appease the bigger market teams, and that's the Cowboys, that's the big the giant, all the NFC East teams, things like that. They're gonna do things to kind of appease that fan base. Mm-hmm. And for us, you have to tune into the smaller markets. And you have to pay attention, bro. Because go ahead, Dave.
So the thing is, right? So the next 2 weeks for us, we play you guys, and then we play Philadelphia. So the next 2 weeks for us is going to be the most media coverage that we're going to get. So if we somehow knock you guys out and then knock Philly out, everybody's going to take they're going to take us serious. We beat you guys this upcoming weekend. Right. They'll take us serious, and all of a sudden we're going to get all this media coverage. They're going to say, "What about the Panthers?" Then they're going to say, "What's wrong with the Cowboys?" When there's nothing wrong with y'all. You're just lost to a good team if it comes down like that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Right.
Like that's all it boils down. There's nothing wrong with y'all.
Narratives are crazy. Right.
There's nothing wrong with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Your defense is improved.
Look at what I heard this morning on Good Morning Football. I heard that what's going on this weekend, like as far as between the game. And Peter Schrager said basically, they're looking for Sam Darnold to have this is his first really important game, so they're using us as this pedestal, right? The irony is, if you can be used as a pedestal, are you indirectly saying we're a good team? The next segment they'll say the Cowboys ain't really doing nothing yet. So it's kind of confusing. I'm like, are we good or not? Like, I know how me and Tuck feel. I'm just talking about national media, like you said. The narratives is funny because they'll use us as a pedestal. Mm-hmm. To see if a team can beat us, I mean, that's good. And the next segment will say, well, the Cowboys ain't really that good. This is all a mirage.
Right.
We're not good. So I agree with you. Narratives that's what we deal with.
It's just like we beat the Jets. The Saints blew out the Packers.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That was a hell of a win.
So then we play the Saints, and they're like, well, the Saints are going to destroy us. We dominate them.
Yeah, we beat the shit out of them.
Dominated them.
It was not even close.
5 yards rushing for Alvin Kamara. Dominated them. Laid them out. And they're like, oh, well, they had no coaches.
Right.
That's like said, coaches can't cover. Coaches can't throw the ball. Mm-hmm. So, get out of here with that,
Yeah. So
mute the mainstream. Mute the mainstream.
Exactly. Oh, that's great. Yeah, put that on the shirt, bro. Put that on the shirt. I think all YouTubers need to wear that. You need to package that up and sell it, bro. But yeah, man, I think this is going to be interesting. A quick note here, and I didn't even put this together until you guys said it. Dan Quinn is now your defensive coordinator, obviously former head coach of the Atlanta Falcons, and we've got a taste of that. So we kind of know Matt Rule, Dan Quinn. They faced off last year, and so we're familiar with the system. They're familiar with what we want to do. I think some of what we've done, even with the quarterback change, is very similar. I think it's going to be very interesting because I think, Tuck, you said it. Christian McCaffrey is not going to play, obviously, and I think it's the best thing to ever happen to Sam Darnold in this offense. we need to see, me personally, it's a big thing for me. I need to see if Sam is the real deal, right? Mm-hmm. I need to see if Joe Brady is the real deal. What can you do without that crutch? McCaffrey is like a old girl. He's like your old side chick that you know is going to be there no matter what. You could always go back to that. You could always go back to hit that number and get some box. You know it's going to be there. All right. That's gone. She's moved on. She got married. All right. She's moved on. What you going to do now? What you got to put your game on, get your game tight, and are you going to have the ability to go out there and call a good game? Because I tell you what, that second half of that Texans game, when Christian McCaffrey was not there, that's the best I've seen this offense play all season. Mm. We were spreading the football around. Everybody was touching the rock. Tommy Tremble, DJ Moore was cooking all game. Chuba Hubbard was getting going. I love the way we're able to spread the ball around. So if they can continue that, we'll see what happens. But I'm looking forward to that matchup. I think Christian McCaffrey was a huge crutch and sometimes often relied upon way too much. Mm. And this offense has too much talent not for the ball not to be spread around and make it happen. So I think that's something to watch. It's something very, very interesting to watch. To talk to me about Zeke, bro. Talk to me a little bit about Zeke, because I think Zeke is. I think we can say the same thing about Zeke, right? I mean, right? I don't know. I haven't watched that much of the Cowboys. What's going on with Zeke right now?
The thing about Zeke, before you get into Zeke, the thing about Zeke that's been interesting this year is that Mike McCarthy is out here using two backs. Like yesterday was the first time we actually Monday was the first time we legitimately seen him, like Zeke, get the bulk of the work. Like we haven't seen that all year. The first couple games, it was pretty split, even Steven with Tony with Pollard. Mm-hmm. So I'm kind of interested in that.
Go ahead, Ro.
Can I tell? I'm gonna Tuck it because Tuck is one of the generals that run the damn ball movement. So I'm gonna definitely let Tuck take it. I just want to add one thing. If you guys have paid attention to Zeke's career, almost every year, he ain't never hit the blocks coming out really going for 120. He usually gets you with like a 60, a 35, 40. He's had low starting seasons to pick up. So I wasn't surprised at the slow couple first game start and then him pick up 95, etc. That's kind of how Zeke's run style is too. He might come into the game, and he's going to hit you for 10, 15, but as you can see with the Eagles, at the end of the game, you don't want to hit him. I saw him separate somebody's shoulder on a spin move in that game. He's still bringing the bricks in his back pocket when he runs. I want that. I'll let Tuck over this. He was preaching, and I think McCarthy didn't have been listening.
Yeah, and you know what I'm saying? And I'm not fully run the damn ball movement, but it definitely plays a difference. And you're going to hear a lot of mainstream. Zeke's on the decline. He's washed. He's over with. But people don't understand, like, the game one versus the Bucks, like the game plan didn't call for Ezekiel Elliott because we had Zach Martin out due to COVID, so we were kind of limited. So his main functionality was just protecting Dak Prescott and allowing Dak to do what he does. So you look at it from a statistical standpoint, it's like he didn't do nothing to the casual fantasy football fan. Like, oh, he's washed, he didn't do nothing, right?
That's him. That's all Dave, by the way.
Yeah, that's all.
I got him on my squad, man. I don't know what
that is Dave. That described Dave to the T. Dave to the T.
Right. So the fantasy football people don't like that, right? So then we go over to week 2. It was kind of a more balanced approach when you saw finally Tony Pollard and Zeke get the ball. And then when we saw versus Philly on Monday, you're seeing it slowly start to build up. But like when you watch Ezekiel Elliott, if you're looking for flash for him to jump off the screen, you're probably not going to get that like you got in his rookie season in 2016. But just like Rome said, when we look at the stat sheet, we're like, damn, he had 95 yards and 2, you know what I'm saying? And those are the type of games that you're going to see. My idea for Ezekiel Elliott is going to be like, I call him like the wild thing, closer, right? In that fourth quarter, when them defenses are tired, they've been worn down, you bring in Zeke, and you just wear them down, run the ball down their throat, and get out with the win. So I'm liking the way that they're not only just using Zeke, but also Tony Pollard, because I've been banging the desk for both of them for quite some time.
I remember you talking about Tony Pollard.
And when you have Pollard, like you have to treat him as a wide receiver threat, but also as a running back. And so seeing them on the field at the same time, you're getting a lot of different mismatches, when we go against the defensive schemes. And so I like what Kellen Moore is finally starting to utilize them both. And you also got to realize it's 17 games. You can't wear Zeke down earlier on. We're going to need him in late December and also January once we get into the thick of things. So let Pollard do what he's doing right now. But I'm perfectly fine with the way that Zeke's playing. I think he's been off to a great start personally. Not fancy football wise though, but
there you go.
Well, no, he balled. Nah, bro, he balled Monday.
Yeah,
he was a godsend on Monday. It's just the first 2 weeks I've been.
Though is durability, man.
Yeah.
Knock on
That's
wood.
his biggest attribute. Look
Right.
at almost
You know who else?
back that's
You know
been in the
who
league.
else had? You know who else got great durability before he got paid?
Christian McCaffrey.
Christian McCaffrey. Never missed a
Yeah.
game until he got that contract.
Yeah, Christian McCaffrey came in. Christian McCaffrey came in after Zeke, and he still ain't last. So it ain't close. Zeke came in before all these backs, and you know what? As much as he lost a step, yeah, it's better to be on the field than to be watching. Because I've been hearing the whole every time people bring up Saquon Barkley, they put him above Zeke. And he's sitting there calling me. So you know what I'm saying? You gotta be on the field to make a difference. I don't care how good you look in your training highlights.
Yeah.
You gotta actually be on the field. And I know one thing: when it's short yardage, you gotta be on the field.
I think this brings up a very, very interesting battle right here because you're talking about a team. I mean, the Panthers, we only given up an average of 45 rushing yards per game. And I think game flow is going to be really, really important here because also we've never played from behind. In 3 games, we've never played from behind. So we're able to get up on people. Then we're able to just kind of just keep them under wraps and then just kind of let Sam Darnold do his thing and not make mistakes, essentially. So I think it's going to be very, very interesting to watch.
Yeah, man.
What they're going to do with Zeke. Are they going to stick with Zeke? Are they going to give him the ball? Are they going to just continue to try to run it? Because to me, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, I want to see the Dak Prescott, from a Panthers fan perspective, I want to see Dak Prescott throw the ball 50 times a game. If Dak Prescott is throwing the ball 50 times per game, we are in good shape. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, and
correct me
that's
if I'm
where
wrong.
it comes down to the Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Chuck. No, my fault.
I was gonna say, and that's where the kind of run the damn ball thing comes down to, because the times when Dak Prescott and Dallas Cowboys have ran the ball more than passing, they are 26-0, right? And so a lot of teams want that Bucks type Dak Prescott because it made us one dimensional, right? Because you can get the opportunity for the mistakes and different things like that. But when we're balanced and we're running down your throat, and then you start to creep those safeties up, now you're getting hit with CeeDee Lamb or Amari Cooper, like. You get to the point from a defensive perspective, like, damn, what do we do? And so, of course, you want to see that 50 times a game where you guys can kind of peel your ears back and come after Dak, but I don't think we're going to see that. And honestly, I think if we knew what we knew now and we had Zach Martin versus the Bucks, I still don't think Kellen Moore goes to that game plan. He just kind of abandoned the run. But I think moving forward, it's going to be too hard for them to get away from Tony Pollard and Zeke after seeing what we've seen the last 2 weeks. If we come out and play y'all, and let's say, for instance, we lose, and Zeke gets 11 carries and Pollard gets 8, Cowboys fans are going to be blowing up, saying, what the hell just happened? So, even though your guys statistically have looked good against the run, I think we still have to test it out and to see how things start to go through the game. And then you adjust. Don't do like what they did versus Philly and just abandon the run because they got scared and want to keep up.
We had games going under 3 yards a carry.
I was going to say,
we've had
point, man. It's maturity.
Mm-hmm.
You see, Dak's different now. That's just that maturity. This ain't I'm going for a contract. This is like, I got my Jordan deal in my contract. I don't got to prove nothing to nobody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So Dak is literally, the game is going to be won with the cornerback y'all use to replace Horn. Because Dak is literally, the last 3 games, I've been watching Dak literally to the line of scrimmage and analyze where everyone is and be like, I'm going to take what you give me. Last game in Philly, he's like, you going to give me the tight ends? I'm going to hit the tight ends all day. You're going to get tired. So whoever the weak cornerback is, Dak is at that stage of his career. I'm going to pick on you all day.
It's gonna be challenging for Dak. I think it's gonna be challenging because this defense. I mean, we got athletes all over. This is not an aging old defense where we got athletes all over the field. So yeah, you might be able to get it out to him, but he ain't going very far. We got dudes that can keep up with guys. Yak ain't gonna be there.
Your athletes is great. We got CeeDee Lamb and we got some athletes too.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Go ahead. My fault.
I like that matchup. I like that matchup. I want to see why continue to play chess and literally check in and out of runs. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all gonna say, okay, we're not gonna give you nothing else. You're gonna have to go to this weak receiver. I got nothing but confidence in his arm. This ain't the Dak 3-4 years ago when you're like, I mean, I'm kind of sussy. I'm not worried about whenever he let that ball go. I ain't nervous. But he earned that. He put in a lot of work. That's maturation. That's not just he's clearly a better quarterback than he was when he first came in the league. A lot of people just refuse to see it. I think a lot of people are waking up like, all right, he can throw. I gotta let that one go. Because if you want to give him the throwing like that day, we gonna take away Zeke. What Dak gonna do? That used to maybe work. You take away Zeke and Pollard if you want to, and rely on just Dak throwing. He's gonna eat you up.
I just think
the highest completion percentage in the league right now.
I was going to say, Rashad, you mentioned it earlier. The same thing you just said about the Panthers, same thing about the Cowboys. The difference you're seeing from last year versus this year, we're not getting off these slow starts. I mean, last year we had 2 fumbles earlier on, first 2 possessions. And so this year we're starting to score a lot on these opening drives. And I feel like if we can get out to an early lead versus you guys, I feel like that can kind of put you guys in a bind where it might make you one-dimensional. Because even though Chuba had a decent game, when McCaffrey went out, how much can you really lean on? So we might want to make Sam Darnold one-dimensional by limiting the run, making him play that catch-up ball, and let things transpire from there.
I mean, I agree with that. I think that's a key to a game right there. If you want to put the ball in Sam Darnold's hands to test him to see if he's the guy, we'll see. I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know what it's going to look like. I have no clue. So we haven't played from behind yet. We haven't seen Sam Darnold have to put a team on his back. That's what I want to see. So by all means, please make it happen so I can know if this guy is the guy or not. Because we don't know. We need to know.
We need to know whether or not we're going to pay this man $30 million or not.
Right.
Right. So, I mean, I think it's going to be an interesting matchup. Talk to me about the defense, though. Talk to me about your defense, because I know you guys. How's DeMarcus Lawrence? What's he looking like right now? Is he healthy? Not?
No. So DeMarcus Lawrence is going to be out probably another 3 to 4 weeks, if that. I mean, that's on the older side. So we've been banged up defensively. We have Neville Gallimore out. We had Carlos Watkins out, who's a defensive tackle. Tristan Hill's a defensive tackle out. We have Bradley Anai, who was our out due to COVID. So we've been banged up as far as the defense is concerned, but I think, like I said earlier, it's a testament to Dan Quinn to be able to mix these ingredients around and put players in different positions where they can actually have impact. Now, I think we'll probably get a Nye back. I don't think Gallimore is coming back. We might get Watkins back there, so have a little bit more depth. But Micah Parsons, man, he's been a difference maker. Yeah. And also Osa Digizua, another rookie we took in the third. UCLA. Yeah, he's been a difference maker. And so, it's kind of having some of these core guys out there and getting their feet early. It's made a lot. I know you guys kind of got Cam Irving and some of the, kind of limited left tackle position. Trust me, if anyone knows about Cam Irving. Yeah, so that I think that's the matchup where we can really take advantage of is with our pass rush versus your offensive line. Because I think that if you have Randy Gregory on the other side and also have Micah Parsons still coming off that edge, it's going to create some difficulties for Sam Darnold because he can't just sit there stagnant in that pocket. And then also, you mentioned it earlier, Diggs is playing a lot better. You're starting to see him take that leap forward. Now, our weak link will be our second corner in Anthony Brown because Kelvin Joseph is still out. I think he's going to be out probably another 2 to 3 weeks. And so, a lot of Cowboys fans are wanting Bossman to get back on the field, but it sounds like that's going to be more of a slow play. Even though Anthony Brown did play decent versus Philly, your wide receiver core is a lot better than what we saw on Monday night. So if we're going to look at a weak spot, that second corner might be that opportunity. But for me, man, I like what I see defensively. I felt like Dan Quinn, the main thing he did, and I said this is offseason, he came in, he simplified things for his defense and let them just do what they do best. Micah Parsons, don't think that much, just come forward. Jalen Smith, LVE, just come forward. So you put the defense in positions where they can actually win, and you're starting to see that where they're not thinking as much, they're just reacting, playing football. So hopefully that trend keeps up. Our secondary, like I said, we've given up, extensive passing yards, but that was with Tom Brady, though. You know what I'm saying? So, a lot of it is from that week 1 matchup when Tom Brady was just carving us up. But I think for the most part, this defense is solid. And if they can just meet us in the middle ground, let our offense do the rest of the work.
Yeah, it's interesting because our offense is one of those middle-of-the-road offenses. And, again, we have not played from behind. So we've been able to kind of just do what we want to do offensively, just kind of play around and get it to McCaffrey. And there hasn't been – we're just middle of the road, so we don't know. We've been relying super heavy on our defense, and I think that's where we're gonna have our offense is gonna have to meet us halfway. Just like you said, your defense,
right?
Our offense is gonna have to meet us halfway because they got to take a step forward. We have the weapons: Robbie Anderson, DJ Moore, Terrace Marshall, Tommy Trimble, Chuba. The weapons are there.
Right.
Offensive line, I have some serious concerns, right? Because although you guys, I think you guys ranked 28th in 9 tackles for loss and 29th with just 4 sacks. But what I saw, this is where you got to talk about context. What I saw Sunday night, I saw y'all constantly after the quarterback, and I'm not sure what Philly's offensive line situation. I know they had some guys banged up, but I saw a lot of getting after the quarterback. And so when I'm looking at that game, I'm like, oh shit, like we might have some problems protecting the quarterback. And if that happens, we could have some serious issues.
Because we definitely get after the quarterback. I mean, the one thing that really changes things that week 1 matchup, it was Tom Brady, because there were so many times in that Tampa game we was right there, but just his awareness to get rid of the ball quickly. But if you go back to how we play against Justin Herbert and also what we did versus Jalen Hurts, like the pressure is there, and you're seeing Dan Quinn get a lot of pressures in the A and the B gaps in the interior side. So that's where the pressure is coming from.
That's our weakness.
Where you can't step up. So it's going to be interesting to see this matchup. I think that's our strong points, our pass rush and our front line versus your offensive line. We can really take advantage of it.
Go ahead, Ron. You want to jump in on that?
Yeah. No. I agree. Like I said, I feel like we'll know it's one of those games where early on we will know. Like I said, I'm big on culture. I'm big on effort because X's and O's go as far as the people that's executing it. So we'll know what Dallas Cowboys team shows up. Because I know you guys are going to be ready to play. I tell my coaches. We'll know within the first quarter, y'all ain't coming to play today. But I'm not really predicting. I'm just saying I've seen it. I've been a Cowboys fan way too long. That's good for. Had a great week. Next game, we came out there feeling ourselves, and we got chin checked. So y'all going to know what team y'all dealing with really soon. And if y'all dealing with what I think y'all going to deal with, because sometimes being young is good. You don't know what you don't know. So that culture that the Cowboys are used to having, a lot of them players ain't there no more. A lot of them horrible defensive players, I ain't going to drop names, ain't there no more. And then the ones that are still there, they got young players right behind them, i.e., I hate to bring them up, i.e. Jalen Smith. His people so far on his heels, he can't play around no more. That's why he don't even do his normal celebration no more. He don't even do the swipe no more because he's like, man, I can't play. If I mess up, and Jabril Cox will be on the field. So it's just different. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing like changing the code like behind him. Like, that dude play my spot.
Right.
Like DeMarcus Lawrence. You're going to see the best D-Law you've seen in a long time. You know why? Because Micah Parsons is playing lights out.
Facts.
So D-Law, you're trying to take my spot. So what Jalen Smith felt last month, D-Law feeling right now. He be having like a madman because he's like, oh, no, if I don't get back out there, I'll come back to the bench.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
So
and it's something we never done. We never done. We never really had competition, especially defensively. It was like you kind of a made man. You got paid, you got the salary, and then you were good. Now, the only position where we're not seeing that competition yet is that second corner. So once we get there, I think we're going to be good, man. So.
Yeah, I just to go back to your point about getting rid of the pressures and getting rid of the ball quick, because I mean that's our thing too, right? Like our offense is built around everything underneath, so we're going to stress your linebackers to get the ball underneath, get them kind of dropping back a little bit, run the football, and I think how Sam Darnold handles that pressure, because it's going to come, right? Our offensive line is not good. He's going to get pressured.
But I will say though, Sam has done pretty damn well moving around in that pocket because he knows his line isn't good. He won't ever say it on Front Street, but he knows that he ain't got that much time back there.
Right.
He ain't had that much time back there against the Jets. He ain't had that much time back there against the Saints. He ain't had that much time back there against the Texans.
And Sam, even back when it was the Jets, man, he came off of mono and cooked us before. So he's not like the stage is going to be too big for him because he's been through it. He's played versus Dallas and beat Dallas, and so it's going to be interesting.
And
but I think that pressure
blew us off the field.
Blew us off the field, the Jets. You know what I'm saying? But those are the games that Rome was talking about where we have a huge week and then we just fall off a cliff. But I don't think that's the case no more. I see the culture changing. One, because Dak Prescott's not going to allow it. Like, I don't think Dak Prescott's going to allow us to lapse. But I think that Mike McCarthy and Dan Quinn, his coaching staff, they really got this team in focus on week to week. Now, Jerry, you're going to hear on the radio show all sorts of stuff and maybe playoff tickets already on sale. Don't worry about that. But I think from internally with this team, there's focus on week by week because a lot of them, they got embarrassed last year. So like they really got to humble themselves and know they got a lot to prove. and it's going to be on a week-to-week basis. So I don't think the Cowboys are going to come in and sleep on the Panthers, injuries or not. I think that's going to be a good matchup, and especially at AT&T Stadium, I don't think it's going to be any lapses.
Yeah, that's interesting. All right, so let's go ahead and go around the room. Let's go ahead and get some predictions on the table. We're going to start. Dave, go ahead and start us off. Go ahead and get some predictions going for us, bro. Let the disrespect ensue.
I'm not going to be disrespectful, man. I'm not going to be disrespectful. But what I have to do, though, I need to check out my bookie, man, because I want to see what the over-under is. So
I think it was 40
it's
something.
50.
No, I thought it was 50.
Oh, it's
50.
Yeah, 50 and a half. Yeah.
So I think we're going to hit over, man. It's going to be a close game. We're going on the road. I got Carolina covering the +5. We're going to win and winning outright. We're going to win 27-24. This will be the most points we give up on a team all season.
I respect that. Tuck, we'll go with you next, bro.
40. No, sorry.
I will real talk. I will take this clip and I will post it on Panthers Twitter, and it will get retweeted.
No. I ain't gonna do that like that, man. I might start 40 burgers every week, man. No, I got the Cowboys 31-24. Yeah, I think that's going to be a tough battle, but I just think ultimately as the game progresses, we'll wear you guys down, like I said, and then get to that fourth quarter and get out with the win. But who's going to be your other corner? Is it going to be Bouye? Is it going to?
We don't know yet. We don't know yet. It's probably going to be Bouye because we just traded for CJ Henderson.
Yeah, so he won't be able to be available. So yeah, I think it's going to be.
No, he might.
Oh, we don't know yet. We don't
know yet.
Okay.
We don't know yet. But I think.
You put Henderson on Amari Cooper with 1 week of practice if you want.
Yeah. No, I think so. Yeah, I agree. I'm not arguing against that. And so I think Henderson is the long play, right? I think Henderson, he got some maturing to do. But holla at me next year. We have J.C. Horn and C.J. Henderson. Then we'll talk.
And maybe Dante Jackson.
And then A.J. Bouye. So yeah, we'll talk. That's the long play. C.J. Henderson. He's the long play. He might get torched a little bit this year. He's learning. That's okay. We're willing to accept that. But next year, holla at us.
Now I say this without knowing any injury reports, right? Because with us, it's COVID roulette in Dallas right now. So every time I check my Twitter, I'm closing my eyes and praying that I don't see anybody important on there. But
yeah, what's facts? We don't know any injuries. We do know that Justin Burris, our starting safety, he went to IR. Not concerned about that because he was not very good anyway.
He wasn't that good anyway.
We like Sam Franklin and Sean Chandler behind him, so I have no concerns about that. And you shouldn't be clapping for joy that Justin Burris is on IR because he ain't. Right. His impact is not felt like the others, so it's huge difference.
Right.
But Mr. Rome, go ahead, bro. What's your? Let me get a score prediction from you, bro.
When I go to this area, get choppy for like 2.
Okay. So we'll wait for you to come back. We'll wait for you to come back while I come through. I'm gonna go ahead and kick. I'll go ahead and go. Listen, I think this is gonna be a really, really good game. I think that it's a test for the Panthers. Not our first test.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Not our first test. Not our. I just think it's gonna be a really, really, really good game. I think the last couple times we played the Cowboys, we win. I remember the Thanksgiving game was great. Pretty much ended Tony Romo at that point.
I was there to see Tony Romo.
Yeah.
Bro, I remember that game like it was yesterday.
That was a long day.
My grandma had cooked everybody, had the entire church over for Thanksgiving. I had to go downstairs, man, because Romo just tossing picks, man, left to right. Like,
the thing that made that game even crazier, they didn't give us a chance a day then either.
Well, no, y'all be here. Really, what was it? We opened up with y'all one year when Kim did all the celebrations, and then it's tired of y'all, man.
So we do have some recent success. I think you guys still own the series, but we've had some iconic wins over the Cowboys. Going back to Sam Mills and all that stuff. So I just think we kind of level up a little bit when it's America's team. Everybody gives Dallas their best. I think that's unfortunate for you guys. You get this mantra, America's team, and everybody jacks themselves up to play the Cowboys. I think that's going to be the case, and I don't think the team is looking at it like that. Right. I think that because they look at it week to week. I think Matt Rule has done a great job of keeping the team focused, even when Sam Darnold went to play the Jets, and that was the revenge game. Everybody in Panther Nation was hyped to see it, But Sam was like, "Yo, it's just another game, bro. We got it." And he went out there and he played a great game. So I think they're going to act like that. I think the fans are gonna, obviously it's America's team. Everybody wants to beat the Cowboys, but I think we get it done, man. I think it's gonna be a really, really close game. I don't know about covering and all that, but I think it'll be a 20. I think the Panthers will win 24-21. I think in a close one. In a close one.
Panthers +5. That's coverage.
In a close one.
All right,
Mr. Rome, you back? You looking good now? What's your prediction?
Okay, I'm going to go. I look, kudos to y'all defense if it turns out like y'all are saying points wise, but I'm going to go 27-17, and the reason why is because I feel like we'll get a late score. One of those scores that probably will be like be a close game to the game, but I can't see us getting a late score. Just you guys kind of got tired of trying to tackle Zeke all day. We get within the 10, we just drive it in, and we'll but I do think the majority of the game through 3 quarters, it will be within 3 points. I just feel like we'll get that late 7 that'll make it a 10-point game. And yeah, that's it.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. All right, man. Any final thoughts from anybody? Any final thoughts, Dave? Any final thoughts? Tuck, final thoughts?
No, I think it's gonna be a close game. You know, it's like one thing we haven't talked about, another aspect of the game, right? The third aspect is special teams, and right now I'm not satisfied with our kicker.
Oh, you sound like us.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Y'all got a bad kicker too. Okay. We'll wash it out.
We rotate our kickers weekly. That's what we do in Carolina. Like we're on our third kicker since the training camp has started.
Okay.
We have Sly up in these streets. Then we had my man Ryan Soso. Then now we got Zane Gonzalez. Like we are all over the place with these kickers. And the thing is, Zane might be out the paint after this week if he screws around and messes this up.
Man,
I made the score 27-24 for him.
Yeah, right.
For him. This is for him.
And we protected our kicker off the practice squad too. So just think about that. He's one of our protected players.
At least y'all out competition, man, because our kicker, he'll kick.
We didn't bring in competition until days before the final preseason game.
A 57-yarder and then shank extra points left and right, man. So it's like it's always a crapshoot. So special teams, they have played better. They played better versus Philly, man, but them little points, man, add up when you're playing good teams, and you can't afford to miss no extra point or these easy field goals. So I'll definitely keep my eye on that.
My big thing is this: the only criticism I can give Matt Rule and the coaches and the GM right now is the fact that they didn't think about the kicker situation until days before the final preseason game.
Right.
And then they let this other guy get it, cut Sly, and then cut this guy after 2 weeks, after a week.
It matters, man. It matters. So I think it's gonna be a good game, man. I think it's gonna be a good game.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good game, man. We will be live. I know people are gonna ask. We will be live streaming that joint, and reacting to it. So it's gonna be fun.
I'm kind of shocked they didn't move us to 4:00.
It would have been fun to be 4 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? Like I hate.
Then I might be able to watch it.
I hate these noon games, man. To be honest with y'all, but
I will tell y'all this though. If you didn't know, I am located I'm in Charlotte.
Oh, come on, bro. We should have linked up, bitch.
Yeah, I am in Charlotte. So just letting y'all know. Chuck know where I was at. I don't know. I am in Charlotte.
Yeah.
Man,
it's gonna be rough for the game, bro. We pull this out.
Yeah, man. We got to link up. We'll talk offline. But yo, man. All right, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this thing up. We will be live streaming. At 1 o'clock Sunday, live reacting. It's gonna be fun, man. Make sure you hop on the stream with us, and maybe right after the game we can have Tuck and Rome jump in there with us to kind of discuss what happened. Real quick, shout out to all the sponsors, man. We got like a lot of sponsors right now. It's adding up. So shout out to CBDX. Go over to CBDX.com. Use the code PNP. Go to mybookie.ag. Sign up over there. Double your deposit bonus. PNP. Manscaped.com. 20% off plus free shipping. PNP. And Underdog Fantasy. Go sign up with Underdog Fantasy. Hella fun games over there. Don't lose your money like Dave and I did last week. Hopefully you had better luck than we did last week. But we jumping back in there, Dave. We got to jump back in.
Look, man, I cleaned up first weekend. Look,
you did.
I am in it. I'm playing with house money. until I don't want to give up anymore to the house.
Yeah, man. So shout out to Underdog Fantasy. Go over there, sign up. Shout out to all the sponsors, man. Support the channel. And man, we keep growing, man. We 12K and up, going up, man. Appreciate all the support. And man, make sure y'all check us out. Go ahead, Ron.
Hey man, well look, if anybody don't know me, it's your boy Mr. Rome. Cowboys Fan Talk on YouTube, Cowboys_Fan Talk Twitter. Been doing this a little bit over a year, and I guess a half, you know, man. And yeah, man, it's been a heck of a ride. I met Tuck along the way. He always dropping knowledge on me. We bounce off each other well. I appreciate you brothers bringing me on last minute. Sorry about my bad service on the move. But thank y'all.
Yeah, no problem. Tuck, where can people find you at, bro?
Yeah, man. Like I said, thanks you guys for having me on. You can follow me on Twitter at JTuck151, and then my YouTube channel is Cowboys Fans Only. I appreciate all the support, man. If you know any Cowboys fans, cowboysfansonly.com to get your official merch, man. We're about to drop some of this fall collection coming out, so it's hoodie season. So we got some stuff cooking up.
Season.
So hoodie season, man. So I appreciate you my guys for having me on. Like I said, yeah, we'll do a post game and we'll chop it up. So.
Yeah, should be fun. All right, man. Even Cowboys fans, go ahead and sub up over here too. We got a lot of fantasy content, draft content. We starting to roll out a little bit of betting content too. So, man, it's content for everybody. PNP, Rashad, and Dave, man, link up with us. But it's been fun, guys. We will holler at you guys on Sunday. Win, lose, or tie, man. We're gonna link up. All right.
All right.
That being said, we out.
Thank you.
Peace.